Hey everybody, this is Pickle Pyro, and today I'm going to be doing a FNAF character tier list. Now, one of my buddies on YouTube, Paul DePlure Gaming, did a FNAF tier list a couple weeks back. I'll link his channel in the description. You should definitely subscribe to him if you haven't already. And I disagreed with a lot of things in his tier list, and I also agreed with a lot of things. So I figured I would give my personal opinions as someone who's been a pretty big FNAF fan for a long time. Um, I'm not an expert on the lore or anything, so if I get any of that stuff wrong, forgive me. I'm not the biggest expert on it, but I'm gonna be ranking them based off just a mix of everything. How much I like their design, how much I like their lore aspect, how scary I think they are. Not just one thing, just a mix of everything. So we got 7 tiers here. There was also a G tier, but I just removed that because I think it'll be more simple. But we have a lot of characters here, and it just starts repeating after here. So just ignore these ones. So let's get started. So first off, we have the FNAF 1 animatronics. Um, Freddy Fazbear. Where do I put Freddy? Mascot of the series. I do like his design, but I think future Freddys definitely make him look cooler. So, in fact, I'm gonna put Freddy and Bonnie in both B tier. Also Foxy. I'm not the biggest Fox. Actually, let's move Foxy up to A tier. Because Foxy looks more unique than Freddy and Bonnie, in my opinion. But Chica, I think FNAF 1 Chica is very, very underrated. S tier. I think her design is just so unnerving. I like, her cupcake and like the camera angles that she has. That's just creepy, man. I think, and her jump scare, she's like gets all up in your face. It's scary, man. I really love FNAF 1 Chica. I think she's super underrated. Golden Freddy, we don't know that much about Golden Freddy, but I think it's a cool Easter egg, so I'll put him in the B tier as well. Phone guy, not exactly animatronic, so I'll just put him in. Let's put him in D tier. I mean, like he's cool, Scott Cawthon voices him, which is really nice. But yeah, he's not up there with the other FNAF 1 characters. Moving on to FNAF 2, Toy Freddy. I'm not the biggest Toy Freddy fan. I think his design just looks stupid. Uh, but Toy Bonnie, on the other hand, I love Toy Bonnie's design, A tier. Not necessarily scary, but the design is just like, I don't know. I just love Toy Bonnie. Toy Chica, I'm gonna put in above. Had much more of an impact than Toy Freddy. I'll put her in C tier. She doesn't look that scary, but she's a unique character. Uh, I'm kind of debating moving up Toy. Yeah, I'll move Toy Freddy up a bit because in Ultimate Custom Night he does a really unique role, so I can give him some credit for that. Mangle. Now Mangle is really cool. I'll put her on the same tier as Foxy and Toy Bonnie. Just the whole story of her getting ripped apart by the kids, and then the workers just didn't want to deal with it anymore. Her design is just so unique, just like the spider Foxy climbing on the ceiling and stuff. It's just super creepy and unnerving. And her voice in Ultimate Custom Night is really creepy too. Balloon Boy, B tier. He's not my favorite, but I like his design. The human animatronics. We didn't really. It's our first time seeing that. JJ, F tier. We know nothing about JJ besides being an Ultimate Custom Night. Just a recolor of Balloon Boy. Yeah, I think everyone will agree with me on that. The puppet. Where do I put the puppet? Really creepy design. Like this tall black with this mask, and the interesting story about being possessed by Henry Emily's daughter, and the whole story with him creating Lefty to catch the puppet. Super interesting lore, so I'll put the puppet in A tier as well. Withered Freddy doesn't really stand out to me. His jump scare is kind of lame, so I'll put him with Toy Freddy. Withered Bonnie, super super cool design, the ripped off face and like the missing limbs. It's just a super cool design. Plus, I think his voice is kind of weird in Ultimate Custom Night. It doesn't sound like what I pictured Withered Bonnie would sound like, but I'll put him in A tier as well. Withered Chica, I like Withered Chica's design as much as I like Chica's design, honestly. Because, like, the huge jaw, and her jump scare, in my opinion, is the scariest in FNAF 2. I'll put her in. I don't like her as much as I like normal Chica, though. A tier. Withered Foxy, kind of a boring design in my opinion. His mechanic is really cool. You have to flash him. He's the only one that's not fooled by the Freddy mask. Not in Ultimate Custom Night, sadly, but he's still cool, so I'll put him in C. Because he's not really that interesting. FNAF 2 Golden Freddy, just kind of a dumbed down version of FNAF 1 Golden Freddy, because he's way more common in FNAF 2, which kind of ruins his whole mysterious aspect of why I liked him so much in FNAF 1. I'll just put him in D tier, because FNAF 1 is way more interesting. Shadow Freddy, E tier, kind of forgettable. But Shadow Bonnie, on the other hand, is really creepy. Just imagine seeing that Easter egg in FNAF 2 with no prior knowledge. That would be freaking terrifying. We don't see that much of him, though, but I think that's kind of what makes him so cool. So I'm going to put him in B tier, because we have too many in A already. We should start filling up these lower tiers. FNAF 2 Endoskeleton, once again, really cool Easter egg, but he doesn't have, like, a jump scare, though. You can only see him in the prize counter area. So I'll put him with Shadow Freddy. Just a cool Easter egg, but not really important. Springtrap. I love Springtrap. He's going in S tier with Chica. Just his cool lore about being William Afton with, like, you know, the Spring Bonnie, Springlock failure. Just such a cool character. I love his design. It looks super scary. I really do wish he had a cooler jump scare, though, in FNAF 3. Obviously, you know, it makes sense because of the lore, because Michael Afton is the one working at Fazbear Frights. But, you know, I think it would have been cooler if Springtrap got a cooler jump scare. But still, regardless, he's a great character. I love him. Phantom Freddy is, I think, my second favorite out of the Phantoms. The Phantom characters aren't really that interesting, though, so I'll put him in C. Withered Chica, I like Withered Chica's design, but I think I'm kind of just biased towards liking Chica because she's a pretty unpopular. I like the whole watermelon meme. I think that's pretty funny because her head looks like a watermelon. I like her more than Phantom Freddy. Phantom Foxy, once again, is kind of boring. I think I'm gonna move Phantom Freddy out because at least he looks a lot cooler. But Foxy's just kind of generic. Same with Mangle. I'll put her with Phantom Foxy in D tier. Phantom Balloon Boy, yeah, these guys aren't really that special. I'm just gonna move these guys down to, because they don't belong in the same tier as Toy Freddy, Withered Freddy. Cause at least they're more interesting. These guys are just kind of forgotten. Now, Nightmare Puppet, I think, is a really scary design. I like how she, like, gets all up in your face. Like, imagine seeing that for the first time. So I like her more than the other ones. You know what? I'm actually gonna move Phantom Freddy back down because I like Phantom Chica more. And yeah, you know, it's hard to decide because I'm not putting Phantom Chica on the same tier as FNAF 1 Freddy and Bonnie. Like, yeah, this is good. I like this. Nightmare Freddy. I like his the idea of him with, you know, the freckles. I love his voice in Ultimate Custom Night. I'll put him in B tier. He's cool. Nightmare Bonnie, C tier, kind of forgettable. Withered Chica. I'm gonna look so biased towards liking Chica more in this video, aren't I? But Nightmare Chica is the scariest in my opinion out of all of them. B tier. Not as much as I think Withered Chica is scarier. Withered Foxy, or sorry, Nightmare Foxy. Did I say Withered Chica for that? I meant to say Nightmare Chica. Yeah. In case you can't tell already, this video is kind of freestyle. I didn't probably play this beforehand. Nightmare Foxy, C tier. Kind of in the same tier as Bonnie. It's kind of forgettable. Nightmare Fredbear, I think, has a really interesting game mechanic about, you know, you having to. He can be behind the bed, he can be in the closet, he can be in either doors. It's kind of like a final boss in FNAF 4. I think it's really cool, so I'll put him in A. Nightmare, on the other hand, is just, He's just a boring version of Nightmare Fredbear, in my opinion. No lore stuff about him, really, as far as I know. D tier. Yeah. Because his voice in Ultimate Custom Night is still pretty scary. Plus Trap, I don't really understand why everyone likes Plus Trap so much. I don't know what's that special about him, but people are going to get mad at me if I put him really low. Well, I'm not letting people influence me. This is my tier list of what I think about all the FNAF characters. Plus Trap will go in D, because, I mean, like, yeah, he's cool. I like him more than Nightmare BB. Jacko Chica and Jacko Foxy, cool designs, but just kind of Halloween exclusive. Put him in E tier. They're not that interesting. Mangle, I'll put her with, or her, him, no one knows. I'll put them with Foxy. Because they're basically the same thing, except I think Mangle looks kind of creepier. It's like the whole withered design, and like, I don't know. This looks way cooler. Nightmarion, I think that's how you pronounce it. Um, Same tier as Nightmare. Cool design, very, very annoying in Ultimate Custom Night, especially if your computer isn't the best. It's kind of hard to see where his little tentacles are, so he's ended my runs a lot. Very annoying in Ultimate Custom Night, but still D tier. Nightmare BB, I actually kind of like Nightmare BB's design. I like all the teeth and like the whole plastic look of him. I think it looks really cool. B tier. Lolbit, kind of forgettable, honestly. I'll put her. I guess she's kind of cooler than BB or JJ. Sorry. Yeah, she's just kind of forgettable. Same with Yendo, just purposely made for FNAF Sister Location Custom Night. I don't know why my brain just went out there. Actually, you know what? At least Lolbit was in Ultimate Custom Night, only as a DD spawn in 5020, but still. We only saw Yendo once. So Yendo's going in F tier. It's just really forgettable. Handy Unit from Sister Location. Not really a character, so I'm going to put him next to Phone Guy, actually, because I think Handy Unit's really funny. I like all the jokes, like Exotic Butters, like probably the most famous FNAF meme. The Angsty Teen was really funny. So yeah, I like Handy Unit. Circus Baby, S tier. I love Baby's design. I think it's so creepy. I love her lore relevance. I love her voice. I just really love Sister Location Baby. I don't know why. I think she's kind of underrated, actually. I think people prefer like Funtime Freddy, even though she's like the main person in Sister Location. I like her. I love her voice. Her voice actor is so talented. I think I said I like her voice already, but yeah, her voice actor is really talented. Definitely made Sister Location such a popular game. But Laura, kind of boring. I like the whole music box aspect. Yeah, she's cool. I'll put her in B tier. She's not on the same level as like the Phantoms, but she's still cool. Funtime Freddy. I know Tanner's gonna get mad at me if I don't put him high up. I love his voice. I think his game mechanic is really cool. He's definitely the most memorable part of Sister Location Custom Night. So let's put him in A tier. I like Funtime Freddy. I'm not gonna let the opinions of my friends judge my decision. Make sure I'm still recording. Okay, I'm still recording. Good. Funtime Foxy. Where do I put you? I like your design. You're very annoying in Ultimate Custom Night, but your voice is like really funny in Ultimate Custom Night. Higher up than the Phantom. So I'll put him in B tier. Ennard. I think Ennard has a very kind of bland design. I mean, like, yeah, he's just kind of an endoskeleton with just a face on it, but his lore relevance is really cool. Scooping out Michael Afton to wear his skin, that's just so creepy. It brings up a point that I've wanted to make throughout this video, that I wish FNAF wasn't so oversaturated and treated as like a little kid's game, because like FNAF is genuinely scary. Like, I mean, just imagine like this robot wearing human skin and it rotting, and like it's terrifying. I think FNAF games are super scary, and it makes me mad that people just treat them as like these little kid games. Okay, rant over. I'm sorry. Ennard is cool, so I'll put him in A tier. Biddy Babs, D tier. They're kind of forgettable. Electro Bab, probably the most hated FNAF character, F tier. Just appeared to fill up slots in Sister Location's Custom Night. Bonnets, I like I think in the Breaker Room game, that's Bonnet's voice. I like Bonnet's voice. But I like Funtime Freddy more than I like Bonnet. But I think the whole hand puppet thing is really creative. So, C tier. Uh, what's her name? Or wait, no. That's Bon. This is Bonnet. Okay, I'm sorry. I got that wrong. Bonnet, just a lamer version of Bon. So, E tier. The mini arenas are very annoying in Custom Night for Sister Location, and they're the mini game for them in Sister Location where you have to wiggle them off. That game was just kind of more annoying than it was fun. So I'll put it E tier as well. Actually, I'll put them in F tier. Their design is just kind of boring. They're kind of forgettable. Let's move on. FNAF 6. Okay, we got Scrap Baby. I prefer normal Circus Baby than Scrap Baby, but I think her design is really cool. Like the huge claw, I think came from the thing in Circus Baby's stomach where she scooped up Elizabeth. A tier. Molten Freddy, in my opinion, has a super cool design. Like, we only see his face for the most part in, like, the jump scares and stuff, but the lower half of his body is just, like, a huge mound of wires and just such a cool design. I think he's really underrated, so A tier. I'm not putting that many in S tier, am I? I don't have that many FNAF characters where it's just like, oh, I love these guys. Besides, like, Chica and Springtrap and Baby. They're, like, my three favorites. But we will put more in S tier as this goes on. Afton, or Scrap Trap, as some people call him. I think he's kind of overhated. Yeah, his design isn't as cool as Springtrap, but the whole aspect of him like being the repaired version of Springtrap, I love that. So, I'm gonna switch him in A tier. I'm gonna put Molten Freddy in B tier. Or now I'm freaking doubting myself. Is Afton really A tier? You know what? There. That's good. I like that. Lefty. I love Lefty as well. Another S tier character. Super cool lore. I love Lefty's design of like just like pitch black. Um, and her. Wait, is Lefty a boy or a girl? I don't really know. He has a girl voice in Ultimate Custom. We're just gonna call her a girl. Uh, her lore is super cool about being made by Henry to catch the puppet that had the soul of his daughter. Super cool. I love Lefty. Definitely S tier. Who's this? Oh, freaking. Oh, I think this is just supposed to be Henry because he's the cassette guy. Not necessarily a character, but I love his monologue at the end of FNAF 6, which is basically a meme at this point. C tier. Because I like his character and I wish we knew more about him, but in FNAF 6, he's not necessarily a character. Helpy. I also really love Helpy. I think he's. Um, I'm gonna put him in A tier, but if he had like more lore about him, he'd definitely be an S tier because I love his design. I think he's really cute. I love how you can like boop his nose on the top of the computer. I like his whole thing in Ultimate Custom Night where you gotta click on him. I love Helpy. I think he's really adorable, and I kind of wish we knew more about him. But then again, he's kind of just like a gimmick character. He's not really like an important lore character like these four are. Well, Chica isn't really, but I just like Chica. Moving on, Trash and the Gang. Trash and the Gang are super funny. Uh, I'm gonna put them in B tier because they're not important lore characters, but like I saw comments on a video once like imagine being like a dead child and possessing these guys. um, but yeah, I like Trash and the Gang. Super funny, but not my favorite. Yeah, and next we got up the mediocre melodies. Happy Frog and E tier. Happy Frog's kind of boring. Mr. Hippo is more interesting because of his whole Ultimate Custom Night dialogue that happens when you get jump scared by him. If it wasn't for that, he would be with Happy Frog, but I'm going to move him up to C tier because he's more interesting. Pig Patch. I like Pig Patch's design. I like pig characters in games. And I like his whole banjo thing after he jump scares you. I'm putting him in B tier because I like Pig Patch. Ned Bear, he has the most. Actually, wait, no. Orville has more entertainment value than him. I'm gonna put him with Happy Frog. He's actually I like him more than I like Happy Frog. Um, Orville Elephant, I'm gonna put him with Happy Frog because he's just kind of boring. Actually, no, I'm gonna put him with Ned Bear because his mechanic in Ultimate Custom Night is the most unique out of all the mediocre melodies, where you have to use the heater to push him back, so you can't just lock him in place like you can these three. Candy Cadet, I guess he's funny. I mean, he tells you stories in FNAF 6. He gives you some good Faz points too. C tier because he's pretty funny, I guess. Next we got up the rock stars. Rockstar Freddy, D tier. Actually, no, C tier. I like his whole please deposit 5 coins thing in Ultimate Custom Night. That's pretty funny, but he's kind of generic. He just kind of looks like normal Freddy, honestly. Besides being like having a lighter color palette, I suppose. Rockstar Bonnie. Oh, Tanner's gonna be mad at me if I don't put him high up again. I do. He is my favorite Bonnie, so I'll put him in A tier because I like him more than I like Toy Bonnie. But his voice is cool and he is kind of creepy. I like Rockstar Chica, S tier. I love her. I think her design is really unnerving. Like the huge jaws and the whole thing with like the wet floor sign is really funny. Now that I'm thinking about it, she's not like SM. Well, I'm doing this list based on how I like these characters. Not this one's more important to the lore. So screw that nonsense. I like Rockstar Chica. I like her, her bib, like Let's Rock. I like her maracas. She's great. She's my favorite Rockstar. Rockstar Foxy, on the other hand, I think goes with Freddy because he is also kind of generic. Music Man is also kind of bland. Well, his design, I mean, like all the teeth and like the tiny eyes, like it's kind of creepy. He's really annoying in Ultimate Custom Night, where he just crashes his stupid symbols if you have like one freaking thing in noise. So D tier. El Chip. We don't really know anything about El Chip, but I think it's really cool that it's a nice nod to Scott's previous games. What is it, like Chipper and Sons? I think that's what it's called. So E tier. Now I feel bad because it's like a reference to his old games. Yeah, E tier. E tier. Funtime Chica. Is it Funtime Chica? Yeah, it's Funtime Chica, I think. Um, C tier. Kind of the same with Toy Chica. Just not really that scary, but cool design. Dee Dee, screw you. You are very annoying. But man, now that I think about it, I saw this video talking about why Ultimate Custom Night is scary, and like Dee Dee's the main reason, because like it makes you panic and like wondering like, oh crap, who did she spawn? I don't want to get jump scared by them. I'm very split on this, because Dee Dee, Ultimate Custom Night would not be the same if Dee Dee was not there. Uh, D tier. Because Dee Dee, I hate you, but you're essential to Ultimate Custom Night, so I love you at the same time. I don't know what this character is called, but it's the version of Dee Dee that appears in 5020 mode and rarely in a normal game. F tier because Dee Dee is cooler than you. Old Man Consequences, I don't really know anything about what Old Man Consequences means. I just know that he was in FNAF World and he was in Ultimate Custom Night. He's basically just free points in Ultimate Custom Night. Like catching the fish is so easy. I believe these two are Fredbear and Spring Bonnie. I think. Fredbear is very cool, but I wish we had an official design of him that wasn't just this. So D tier along with Spring Bonnie. I want real designs of them. I don't want just like these freaking stupid drawings. Glitch Trap. All right, where do I put fan favorite Glitch Trap? Now, Glitch Trap is very interesting because Glitch Trap is like this virus that's like reenacting acts of William Afton, which is just so cool. I don't know that much about FNAF VR lore, but I only know a little bit, but Glitch Trap is cool. I think his design is a little bit derpy, but still, it's cool. Who are these three? Is this from Curse of Dreadbear? I've never played Curse of Dreadbear. I've never played VR. I've just watched videos on it. Uh, Flush Baby is cool, I guess. I like her voice. I don't know what these two are. F tier because I don't know what you are. What is this? I think most of these are from Curse of Dreadbear because I've never played it, so yeah. I know you, Dreadbear. Your design is very scary. You kind of look like Frankenstein. C tier. Dreadbear is cool. You are from Curse of Dreadbear as well? I don't know what you are though, so your design is cool, so you can go in E tier. Vanessa, I believe is what this chick's name is. Once again, I don't know that much about the lore. I know this character is going to be in Security Breach, the new game. I'm excited to see what that's gonna bring. But I know the story's like this is like the suit of like Glitchtrap's followers or like the cult of William Afton. That's so cool. See, because we don't know really that much about her yet, but that whole theory is really cool, and I want to see more of her. Michael Afton? Yeah, this is supposed to be Michael Afton. So, Michael Afton is pretty much the protagonist of every FNAF game, which is really cool. And I love his whole lore element of, being William Afton's son and, him. There's just so much lore that goes on with Michael Afton, but he's not necessarily a character as the animatronics are. So, where did I put characters? I put them in C tier for the most part, like Henry. So, he's going in C tier as well. Scott Cawthon. Where else to put good old Scott but in S tier? Scott Cawthon, you are the frickin' man. One of the nicest game developers of all time. You can tell he genuinely loves and cares about his fans. And I think it's so cool. His story about, starting out making these games and, getting bombarded with criticism about how, they look like animatronics and then just turning it into this huge franchise that's loved by so many people. Scott Cawthon, you are the main man. And you know what? He's above every other character. Even you, Chica. I'm sorry. But yeah. So that about wraps it up for my FNAF tier list. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Actually, I'm gonna do one little revision and see if there's any changes that I want to make. For the most part, I agree with most of my decisions. I think this is a good tier list. Wait, why did I put Trash in the Gang in B? Why did I put them above all these characters? Trash in the Gang is going in C. We're gonna change them to C. What else? Other than that, forgive me, I don't know who these characters are. Actually, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna make a new tier for Adaroblo. For don't know. No, I guess I should probably freaking correct this stupid thing. Okay, don't know. You, and you. Just so it's unbiased. I'm not saying that these characters are bad. Maybe these characters are really amazing, and I just freaking don't know who they are. You are there as well. Anyone else? No, I believe that's it. I'm assuming this is just talking about Plush Baby from FNAF VR, like that whole game with her. Yeah, I think that's about it. Well, that about wraps it up, everybody. Let me know what you think of my FNAF tier list in the comments. Thank you guys for watching. But yeah, in conclusion, FNAF is one of my favorite game series. I think it's really unfortunate, like I said, that, people view it as, like this is a little kid's game. Like, FNAF is genuinely scary. And I love and respect Scott Cawthon. He's one of my favorite game developers. He really puts love and work into his games. And yeah, I love FNAF. It's a great series, and I'm really happy that it is so successful, and I'm glad that Scott Cawthon is, reaping the rewards of this awesome series that he's created. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. See you next time.